You cannot enjoy this. You can use this, but you cannot enjoy. And that if you do not come into contact with me, your life's impulse, then you will be indulged in these, and these will kill you. This will destroy you. All difficulties and problems and sufferings and disease and death, continuous. It will go on. Every day, every night, some different kinds of, in the day we suffer differently, in the night we suffer differently, in summer season we suffer differently, in winter season we suffer differently, with our children we suffer differently, with our brothers and sisters we suffer differently, alone we are also suffering differently, when we are with somebody we are suffering differently. It is only subject of suffering. Anywhere you go, wherever you go, some kind of different kinds of suffering, and it is variety. Man is a little fed up or little boring with some state. He says, I am to go later on excursion. Where will he go? What he will find? Struggle. Everywhere struggle. So this is just a trick of mind that I will enjoy some kind of variety. It enjoys some variety of suffering. But we cannot understand it. We could not understand it. It is reality what I am saying to you. It is not a joke or just for humor only. It is for reality. And that we are to enter into some kind of our existence where you would not need variety. You will not need something. You will feel perfect. Here, are we perfect? If I am alone somewhere, I am perfect, I am to enjoy. But in this world, it is never possible that we can live without anything. At least any relative or friend or some companion is needed. And otherwise, air is needed, water is needed, some food is needed, some things against our seasons is needed. That wherever you are, you have to take so many things with you in your house. This is full of everything. If you are traveling in a car, also you put so many things. Although you are to travel only for 2 hours or 3 hours in the car, but still you put so many, television also in it, some mobile phone is also in it, and some other things are also there in it. So many things, some food, some water, because we need so much, and still we are short. Still it is not sufficient. We fill our homes with everything, but still it is not sufficient. The king of the whole world has everything in his possession, but still he is suffering. Just something is missing. Still body is suffering, something is not available, and mind is suffering, something is not available. And we are struggling to satisfy this, but this is a well which is bottomless. If you go on filling a well which has bottom, it will be filled at some time. And there is nothing for you to do, it is filled up. But a well which is bottomless, and you have to fill it, and that is never to be filled because it is bottomless. So this word, this materialism of your own existence at the level of physical body, mind and intellect is that we have been given to fill this bottomless well and then finding something out of it. Putting something in it and then finding out of it. You go on putting, you cannot find anything out of it. And at the end of life you go, king of the whole of the world also goes in the same way as a beggar goes with empty-handed and barefooted. But we have put into this well that, and that is there upon us, that you have taken something and you have put in the well in the expectation that you will find something out of it. But where from you are getting, That is there, the source which is there, that you are to know that I have to get who has made me, what I am doing, who is doing, who is worker, who is seeing, who is hearing, who is life, who is consciousness in me. This is not materialism, it is something else. As a person dies, you find that some change has occurred in that person. And that it was seeing, hearing and working nicely, wonderfully living. But now it's nothing. It's only dead body. What is change in it? But you cannot see what change has occurred. That subtle system of life which was there working in us, that has gone away. And what has gone away, we could not find when it was living in us, with us. And when it's going, we cannot see it, that what is going out. But we have to see the result, that when it was there was something. And when it has gone, some change has occurred. This gives some idea that there was something which was really a cause of glory, beauty, or light, life, or our existence. And something has gone away, is missing out of it, and now it is all nothingness. It's all too useless. We can have to say that this is dust thou art, and to dust return us. But till that was there in us, or in anybody of us, we cannot say this is dust thou art, to dust return us, because something was there which was glorifying this dust of this earth in such a way that this dust is also not looking like or working like dust. It is working like something wonderful. So that must be very wonderful, really wonderful, that which can change the black coal into some kind of bright, shining thing. And that black coal is not looking like black coal, but is really shining. That must be very much having its own shyness, its own beauty, its own power. And that if we find that, then what we will find? A great privilege and a great benefit out of that, which really be beyond our imagination. And it is very much to be happy, we are to be happy about it. It is our own self. It is our own self, that we are to find our own self and enjoy our own self, free of that problem-creating agencies. As in the beginning of the talk, I have told that this man has these two systems, this lower system, which is to suffer itself and cause suffering to the soul. And that soul system is there, that it is to enjoy in itself and also to glorify all what is it adjusted to. It may be horrible, it may be all suffering, it may be all problem, but it will modify it and it will change it. That's something useful. There's some love, there's some peace, there's some sweetness, there's some beauty. I can enjoy a little. And what is it? It is not from any flower, it is not from any friend, it is not from any relative, it is not from your body. It is from that agency which has got this kind of working system, that it will glorify everybody, sweeten everything, and everything is acceptable, lovable, and workable. And that if we are able to disconnect these two agencies, and that we get rid of the suffering-creating agency, and it is separate, and the enjoying or lifestyle agency is separated, then there will be great, great, wonderful change. That we separate ourselves from all that negative stuff, and we are now independent to enjoy. That will be really great lifestyle, which we will be able to call life and living. And that as long as we are in this world, in this physical body, connected to it, then we will be able to help the people of this world, or our physical body, and our relations, relatives, and friends, because we are still independent in ourselves, and therefore we can help others. If the king, emperor, the father of the family is in the prison house, then he will not be able to help his family or his populace. But when he is released, then he will be able to help everybody. If sun is not there in this world, then all the world is darkness. If the sun is there, then it will be able to provide all life and light and the whole of the world. In the same way, if our life self is liberated from the clutches of mind and matter and negativity, and is not able to work because it is disconnected from the working system, then we are suffering. And when we are disconnected from all this trouble-creating agency and we are liberated from its control, then we will be able to act. And when we will be able to act, then we will really benefit ourselves and will do all what is there available to us, that our own lifestyle, we will be able to live independent, and this suffering agency will also be helped because we have been given some connection to it. We have to live in it. That if one is doctor in the house and others are all patients, and if that doctor is not in the house, then all patients will go on suffering. And when doctor is there, then he is doctor, he is not patient. Then he will be able to help all the patients. And all will be relieved of the problems. In the same way, when we are in working order, when we are allowed to work, to exist in our own selves, then we will be able to help all our adjuncts, all our connections, all our friends, family members, that all will be in wonderful condition as we are, and that nobody is there to suffer. So this lifestyle which has been given to you, that you have to understand, that you are to work, you have to do something. But where you have to do something, where there's something fruit of it. If you only sow the thorny bushes, seeds, you are working very hard, no doubt. You will be working as hard as if you sow the seeds of fruit trees or some good crops. The same you will have to work hard upon growing the thorny bushes. But after having worked on both these things, on one side you will only find thorns and thistles and problems. And when you go to the other side, then you will find all flowers and fruit and shade and all life in it. Then you will come to know the contrast, that here also I have worked for 3 months, and on this side also I have worked 3 months. And what I am getting from this side and what I am getting from this side, then you will have to decide that why should I work on this trouble-creating agency. I had created troubles for myself. All this work I had done, I have suffered working and I have suffered the fruit also. Over there I have suffered, no doubt, working, but the fruit is there. And now I forget what hard work I had worked upon it, because when some hard work, after hard toil, you find some good fruit, nice fruit, then you forget all that hard efforts which you had put in on that work. But really, that situation, that when we have worked hard on some person or something, and that it had not proved anything good, it had proved only some difficulty for us, then we are really very sad, that, and we look back upon our sincere working, hard working, that I have worked very sincerely, very hard, everything, and it has gone all to dogs. Nothing is there. Any business on which you have worked very hard, and after some time all capital is lost, all your efforts which you had done go to waste, and you are under debts, then you will think of that business and you will be very sad, very sad. But when you had done some business and it is really working, it is really flourishing, and now it is really giving you everything, then you don't feel that you are working hard or you have put in something. That will not be your concentration. Because anything which you have suffered or worked hard is giving you some wonderful fruit, and that is to your satisfaction. So this is something, my dear, at the end of life when you will all have to leave the body. And then at the end of life, then we will have the output of our work we have done in this world while we are here. Now we are going along with something and we are not feeling like what will be the result. At the end, what will we find out of it? Because something, some kind of illusion, delusion or ignorance is prevailing upon us. And we do not know what will be the fruit of our life, of our struggles, if it will be positive or if it will be negative. And in the end of life, we will find what is there we have got in this life. We have worked hard, lived hard for 80 years, 90 years, 60 years, 70 years, and that what we have got out of it. And I am sorry to say that mostly all the people of the world will find themselves in themselves fitted into that bottomless well. On the bottomless well which they have worked upon, and they have made that bottomless well, and they have tried to fill that bottomless well, they will find themselves also in that bottomless well, and they will also go down and down and down. No end to it. Oh, my dear, that is the situation. I am not just telling you some kind of made-up story. It is actual story. But there is something hard that